Well, hello there, it's Kriint and welcome to another speed build. This week's build is again a weird one. I think we can all already see that. I found on Pinterest this illustration that right off the bat looks a lot like Overwatch, but when I tried to find more info about it, I realized that it wasn't. It was game designed from a totally different game. You can see it on the top left of your screen how the original looked like, and if you wanna know more about the illustrator or the game, I will have a link in the description. So again, it looks a lot like Overwatch. Like, this was my first thought, and when I saw it to my boyfriend, he's like, oh, that looks like Overwatch. And I don't know, like, if you played Overwatch, you probably know what I'm talking. There is this map on the desert that it's like Junkyard stuff. And when I saw it on Pinterest, I'm like, this would match StrangerVille so well. So I was really excited to build it, especially because like it's stupid, just random stuff thrown together, and the result, for me, it's amazing. Like, I was so happy building it, and I am so happy with the final result. Last year I did something that looks quite similar to it on StrangerVille. On the back, you will see, like, while moving the camera and building, there is this airplane crash site. And I demolished all of that, and I decided to essentially build a community center. So you have all these different containers that I renovated, and I put inside different rooms and different activities. So it was a community center. You had a bar, you had a nightclub, you had a movie theater. I'm not sure if you had a yoga room. I don't recall. But it was so fun, and you had these teen hangouts. And while building and while seeing the final result, it really reminded me of that. And that particular build, last year, ended up on my top 5 of 2019. So I think this is a strong contestant. So let me talk to you a bit about this build now. As you can see, or as I guess you already saw in the original illustration, I'm not sure what it is. Let's just say that. I think it's a gas station and an auto repair shop, body shop, I think it's called. I have no idea about cars, don't ask. And this part, I think we're currently building, it's some sort of a pit stop. I'm not sure if that's the correct terminology, where you stop when you're in a road trip to buy snacks and get gas, or it's a pub. I'm not sure. But because I wanted to do this as a house, I had a lot of trouble deciding what to do with the interior. So as you can see clearly right now, I could obviously make it into a bar. Quite clearly, but my issue is because we have this huge already, at least I made this huge community center. You can check it on the eye on your top right if you want. I didn't want to essentially make this space as another bar. What I'm currently building is the trailer park, and realistically, if anyone tried to find a StrangerVille lot for or I guess a StrangerVille build for this lot, they would search for a house because it's among trailers and it would make sense for it to be a trailer. But I didn't want that. I already made a trailer for this particular lot. I really enjoyed making that. But yeah, I wanted it to be a house. So I had so much trouble deciding, what's the house part? What do I do with the other rooms? And the reason why I felt it would match a lot this lot, because I was in between this lot and the crash site, and I wasn't sure, which one I should build it on. And you will see later on the screenshots, I took a ton of screenshots. There is so many areas that I really wanted to highlight, and you couldn't really see on the beginning because I chose such poor angles to take the screenshots of the progress of the exterior. But you will see that there is a trailer home or a mobile home, however you call it, shoved in the build. And it's what? It's on top of the gas station and the gas pumps. So you're sitting like, what am I supposed to do with that? Who put that there? And I love that idea. So I decided to say, you know what? This is the part of the house where I want the living quarters to be. So that left me with 3 big rooms. Big. Not that big. And I was like, what do I do with them? And as you can see, the first one, I turned it into a pub/bar. I feel like on StrangerVille, you're gonna need like a lot of booze. And there's also a woodworking table. I think that's always a good source of money, especially if you're going through like the route of playing the StrangerVille story, or like just the crazy part of the story, you know, playing the crazy ones. I think woodworking would work. Okay, yeah, I didn't attempt to make that. So I felt like it would make sense, and I wanted to add various activities for you. So that part is like the entertainment center or the entertainment room. And then we have the other part of the house, which is a more tech part, if you will, like not necessarily, but kinda. You saw it was more neon and it was more flashy, and I decided to add I'm not sure how it's called, but like on StrangerVille we got a desk that you can, well, spy on people. That's essentially it. So I added that and like more, I don't know, resources and stuff like that. But I'm so happy how those 2 rooms turned out. So obviously we need toilet, and I had this weird octangular room. So apart from everything, like this build has so much shit going on. Like here it is. I decided to add how is it called? A garage door that you essentially paint on it, and it's one of the painted ones from City Living. I'm really happy with how that turned out. But yeah, apart from all that shit that this build has going on for it, it has a water tower. And on top of that water tower, which you can't access here because we don't have circular stairs. No, we don't. Of course we don't. There is like this area that you can sunbathe. And that, like the bathroom, I had this octagular area, and I was like, what the hell am I supposed to do with that? So I thought, you know what, why not? A bathroom. This is it. It's happening. And yeah, that left me with the top, not knowing what to do. So again, this is the mobile home, trailer home part, which is the living quarters. This is where the kitchen is. And we have this room on the other side that I had no idea what to do. You will see what I did in a while, but it doesn't really make much sense. So I wanted for the trailer part to be a living place. And now theoretically this would be, I'm not sure, would it be even larger, like wide? Long, like, you know, longer than it is? Not wide. And I couldn't really fit a toilet. I really wanted to fit a toilet here, but it wasn't really happening. And since we have like this massive bathroom downstairs that I think looks really good, personal opinion, I wasn't sure what to do here. And I decided to add the kitchen and add a bed. Obviously it had to be the Murphy bed. And because the exterior of this trailer house is so run down, I felt like, you know what, the interior needs to be run down too. And that's what I did. It has a TV, which is good. I'm not sure if any other part of the house has a TV. I think it doesn't. I'm pretty sure no other part of the house has a TV. And I decided to bring, like you will see everywhere, we have those Christmas string lights. And the reason why I decided to use them was because of Stranger Things. I think it's such a stupid thing. Like, and it kinda, like when you see it, if you've seen Stranger Things, you're like, oh yeah, okay, crazy. So yeah, I decided it was a good addition to, you know, increase the randomness of this build. And we had this bay window, which I decided to use it as a kitchen shelf because we don't have a lot of storage space. This kitchen is really tiny, and I know like this build isn't that small, but it has one counter. Like apart from the sink, it has one counter, and I did. I think this year I did a tiny build, a micro home, I think it's called in The Sims, with tiny living. I did like a beach one. And someone in the gallery, like, it's 32 tiles. Take that into account. And my whole concept idea behind that build, that's like a tangent and a random brand, but I really want to get it out of my system, so bear with me. A 32 tile house that's all in the jungle, and the entire concept of it was, you're living in the jungle, well, not the jungle, I guess the tropical jungle, and you're surrounded with plants, you have little to none electricity, so I didn't really want the Sims to stay inside. Like, this is a tiny home, we're talking about 32 tiles. So I focused a lot on creating outdoor spaces to eat and sit and bathe and all of that stuff. And someone in the gallery, in a 32 tile house, goes and comments too little counter space. It's 32 tiles, damn it. What more did you want from me? 32 tiles, too little counter space. There is one counter. What are you going to make? Like 30 people meal? Like, are you going to be baking all day? This was supposed to be like a fisherman or like a mermaid or something, like, occult stuff like that. Well, fisherman isn't an occult, but like an island living career. Diver. So they would like roast the fish outside. Having one counter is luxury, and you come and complain about that one counter? You better not come here. Like, this is a tiny space. You have one tiny counter. You should thank yourself. Others need to bake in the ground. I don't know if you've seen Nailed It. So many people bake in the ground. What the fuck is that? I don't know. Okay, this is a large tangent. Let's talk about this room. So as I told you, I had this room and I didn't know what to do with it. Goddamn, we went to the screenshots. And I didn't know what to do with it. Like, we had a sitting space in the bar. We had sitting space / sleeping quarters in the trailer house. So I was like, what the hell am I doing here? And I don't know, I just made another sitting space. The good thing is, it's a small space, so you can easily convert it to whatever works for you. I didn't know what to do. I was like, do I do an office? I don't know. So yeah, I had no idea. I just went with it. I was like, sure, that works. And like, it was the last space, and I didn't give it as much love as the rest. And yeah, I'm not happy with that area. The rest of the house, yes. So I think this is it. It will be on the gallery if you want to download it. Sorry for going on about the counters, but it really annoyed me. And yeah, this is it. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that you'll have an amazing day and take care. Bye.